If Summer Olympics are the biggest, the cool Olympics come in winter. There is a vibe amongst competitors and spectators that can give the Games a youth appeal. So why did market research in Korea before the Pyeongchang Games paint such a worrying picture for Olympic bosses? The survey said under 30s, particularly under 20s, were more excited about Sochi 4 years ago than their own Games. But the International Olympic Committee says it's evolving to appeal to the younger market.
We've developed the program specifically in certain ways to reach out to young people through youth-focused events. It's a big part of Olympic Agenda 2020. It's a big part of what we're doing with the Olympic program generally. You see that coming to life here in Pyeongchang. You see the results with the engagement of young people and the way that the young athletes themselves are responding to that energy.
There is plenty to attract young people. It's not just the sports, but the sound and look, particularly fresh events like slopestyle. Despite the bitter cold and wind, it was 90% skill and 10% fashion parade, with plenty of teenagers competing.
1, 2, 3.
But sport is now consumed in a different way. The IOC feel they've connected with new generations by the events they include and by engaging with them on social media platforms. Is it working? Well, this is known as Coffee Street in the Gangneung coastal area. Many of the Pyeongchang events take place in a cluster close to here, and there's plenty of visitors.
When I talk to my friends, they don't seem to have such a great interest in the Olympics because young people do not have spare time to be interested.
My older friends seem to know about the Olympics when I talk to them, whereas younger friends don't seem to have a big interest and become more indifferent.
And then there's esports, a huge deal in Korea first. It spread so fast globally that tens of millions prefer it to traditional sports. It can't be ignored, but it's not part of the Olympics yet.
Does that mean we'll see e-sport on the program of the next Olympic Games or Olympic Winter Games? Probably a step too soon. Right now it's about engagement through the Olympic channel, through our partners, out to that community, find ways that we can engage with them and see where that takes us beyond that.
The young Koreans we've spoken to at these Olympics are excited and proud. But across the nation, some are uneasy about the Games being used as a political tool by their leaders and those of North Korea. The International Olympic Committee knows it needs to reach out to these young Koreans and the younger generations everywhere to keep these 5 Olympic rings special. Lee Wellings, Al Jazeera, Gangneung.